Hey everyone, and welcome to BMX News, a weekly live BMX news show that I do at every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live here on my YouTube channel. And there's, holy crap, 20 people in here already. Holy cow. We got DFLJ in the chat, Huck Karinsky, Travis Schramm, Travis K's in here, Stony. Get to see Stony potentially tonight, definitely tomorrow. Kevin Jackson, Ken Nichols, Noah McBride, Jeff Mead. 10 is awesome. Asking if these are live or pre-recorded. They're live, and it's sweet. Thanks for being here. Adam Ortiz is here. Taco Slurpees is here. Robert Burris is here. Please spread some love to SC. If you mean South Carolina, the love is spread. Bear BMX, Kevin Jackson, Sean Chambers, everybody's here, but we need to get to the news. So first things first, I wanted to title this video something that might make people watch it. And there was a cool video that came out this week that I believe was made by Stu Johnson. Yes, Stu Johnson with Mark Mulville in a video called Still Pushin', where Mark is riding a set of dirt jumps and talking about his signature push stem, which has been out for like 15 years. And it was actually, for all things that we can see, one of, if not the first top load stem that introduced a large amount of rise, bringing your handlebars taller. And he talks about where that concept came from, drawing it on a napkin, and then where it went from there, and the fact that people are still buying them and they're still being made today, and talks about profile, and then goes over all of the profile parts that are on his bike. And it's a pretty sweet video with Mulville, and he's shredding this set of jumps. So check it out, learn a little bit more about the history of high rise. I don't want to say high rise because they're not insane, but compared to the time, they were definitely super high rise stems, and where the stems we have today essentially came from was Mark Mulville and the push stem from Profile. It's pretty sweet. From there, we get into another highlight, the Butcher Jam 2023 highlights. So this one went off in Germany, and there's several different events here. Mini ramp, dirt, I think maybe a street contest. But what's cool about this one is that they have an amateur contest and the pro contest. So here are the results for, I believe, mini ramp in the amateur section. Then we have the pros section with Daniel Dares taking the win, Daniel Sandoval coming in second, and Jacob Thiem coming in third. So freaking stacked lineup here. We got park finals. Okay, so there was a whole highlights video, mini ramps, park, dirt party. There's a lot here. And the results of the dirt contests were Jacob Thiem in first, Bryce Tryon in second, and Paul Tullen in third. Then there was a street jam. It doesn't look like there was winners on this street jam, so I'm not sure. God dang, there's 30 people here for BMX News. Shout out to you guys. That's sick. Anyways, Butcher Jam went off. There's a link to this page so you can see all of the highlights in the different videos in one spot. Then another highlight of this week is that Jamie Thayer was now finally and officially Instagram officially on Subrosa. Jamie has been killing it for so long, and ever since I've known him, he's just been an extremely nice person, goes higher, faster, does crazier gaps than anybody at the event that you're at. That's why he usually wins it. And this is a well-deserved addition to Subrosa team. Also, Gage Sharp was announced to be on Subrosa. So it wasn't posted up on BMX Union yet, so I didn't have a chance to have the post like Jamie's, but here's Gage's Instagram post. Subrosa also posted with Gage being welcomed to the team. And this is another one. Gage has been killing it on another level for so long. Just absolutely amazing the stuff that Gage can do, and to see him finally getting put on by a company that is seriously supporting him with his entire bike is pretty awesome. It's been a long time coming for Gage, and I love to see it. Then we get into the videos from this week. We go from shortest to longest in the order that I talk about these. And first, we've got Carl Southern at work. This is a quick one using I don't know what the song is called, but it's a song talking about Vegemite sandwich and the land down under. It's probably called Land Down Under, but lots of park riding. It's all park riding and lots of really good riding in here. For being as short as it is, it's a solid video put together by Brock Ornament. Next up, S&M Bikes Lockhart Sessions with Louis Meyer, Ever Peacock, and Clint Reynolds shredding this skate park. The last clip is like a doubles line with Ever and Clint, and there's two separate over-unders in it, as well as a same time trick where Clint is doing a lawnmower on a really tall bank quarter quedge, whatever you call them, tombstone, and Ever is doing something else that I can't remember because I was looking at Clint's huge lawnmower that they just got done doing with all the over-under stuff. It's a fun video. Check it out. Then we've got the trailer for Magnetar Fast and Loose. So this is going to be available June 12th. We got 10 days from today, and this is the trailer for it. I don't like watching trailers because I don't like any kind of spoilers for things, but when this comes out full length, maybe I should watch it. Might watch it. I don't know. I'm really bad at watching full length videos. Either way, these guys all absolutely shred. The lineup is amazing, and there's a premiere June 11th at the Fox Theater in Boulder, Colorado. So it'll be available the day after the premiere. It's awesome. It says years of rambling around in squalor while ravaging every spot the grill of the van was pointed at. Pandemics, internal change, and injuries didn't stand a chance. Sick. Next up, video from Fit with Matt Nordstrom and Tom Dugan riding Mueller Skate Park. This is a fun one with a cool vibe, and the song kind of just made for an even better vibe with the video. And these two dudes have such contrasting styles that it makes it fun to see them both in the same video. And I think you will enjoy it. Lots of super, super technical riding from Matt. And then Tom Dugan being Tom Dugan, going big, hitting gaps, and being flowy. There's also a big gap to flatten here. Next up, a jam highlights video from a jam that Doomed threw over in Japan. So it's a few minutes highlights of that, just over 3 minutes. Then we go to a video with Mickey Fleck in a video called 3 Lines, 1 Video, and that is literally what this is. 3 different clips, 3 different lines make up the whole video. And it says something about where they're doing this. Filmed out in Brazil with this person. And it says something about where Mickey's riding here. The fact that you can even do just 3 lines somewhere in the street and hit that many different spots and only have 3 different lines to make one video. It's pretty cool. Next up, the video welcoming Wame Sintez to the Primo Pro team. Lots of technical riding in here as well. This X-Up grind was sick and a totally different style to the other things that we've been talking about today. Then we go even further in the different direction, like the total opposite direction, in a video from 2008 where the Colony BMX team took a USA park tour and rode all kinds of different skate parks with a super stacked lineup. We've got Ryan Gutler, Steve Woodward, Dave Frymouth, Mick Bazand, Liam Hampton, Nick Richardson, Matt King, Toby Matthews, Clint Miller, and Fudger filmed this one for Ride BMX at the time. Lots of amazing riding in here and totally different than everything else we've talked about today. Next up, video with Robin Boris from We the People. This is another good video that's very different from everything else that I've talked about today. And I love whenever we can just talk about so many different varying styles and places to ride and types of things to ride on. It's awesome. More jam highlights. This is from the second King of Maria Street Jam from France. So this is a little bit longer highlights. Almost 9 minutes of highlights from this jam. What's up, Augustin? Then video from our BMX. Battle of Bike. DeMarcus Paul versus Albert Mercado. Fun video with these two guys going head to head where whoever wins, however many letters they win by, you get $100 for each letter. Cool concept. I hope to see more of this with different people all over the place, and it'll be fun. Yeah. Next up, we get to the much longer videos here. There's so many longer videos to watch this week. If you will need to take up some time, you got plenty of videos for it. The next 9 Acres video from S&M called Getting Radical in Richmond. So they're going down to ride the Gillies Creek trails for a rad share jam. And this is a video kind of documenting the whole process. They went down and helped prep the spot. It's called the Fall Classic. They dial it in, then dole it out. So check that one out. It's 27 minutes long. Then, this is something I feel like we don't see, or at least I don't see. Maybe I'm not looking for it as much, or it's not getting posted around. But this is a video that is a full-length Flatland video. 28.5 minutes of nothing but Flatland. And Stephen Lapsley sent me this video, and it was posted up on BMX Union. But it says here, in the worldwide BMX flatland scene, it is common to see riders with similar styles and tricks. Every so often, a trendy style will come along and result in copycat riders. Ultimately, being original or having your own style becomes one of the top priorities of most riders. In the American scene, the vast distances between riders creates a vast difference in riding styles. Being original is a goal and badge of honor for these riders. It can be an easy trap to fall for to ride like someone else you admire, but be original, be yourself, don't be a copycat, and watch out for robots. Cool concept. So here's the rider list here. All of these, let me get out the way. That's the rider list. Check it out. There's 32 people watching BMX News Live. Holy cow, that might be a record. Shout out to you guys. Next up, we have Etnies. Why didn't we do this before? A full-length video from 2006, which is 31 minutes long. And check out this lineup of riders. Holy crap. I did not read this yet. This is sick. So, I'm going to get out the way again so you can see the whole list. It is Taj Mahalik, Ruben Alcantara, Sergio Leos, Jamie Bestwick, Dave Frymouth, Garrett Burns, Sandy Carson, Joe Rich, Brian Kaczynski, Brian Vowell, and more. And if that's not enough to get you to want to watch this, I don't know what to tell you. Like, how do you, I don't know. This is a legendary lineup, and I'm sure this video is amazing. It's up on the Snakebite BMX YouTube channel. Shout out to Snakebite and Shad Johnson for keeping stuff like this alive by reposting it up on your channel so that it's fresh again and people see it. Next, 1030D full-length DVD. This is the one to watch if you need a much longer video, because it's more than twice as long as the last one we talked about. It is an hour and 8 minutes long. And it says here, 1030D, a full-length BMX DVD that was created as the result of 4 friends living in a warehouse for 2.5 years and documenting all of the good times, featuring full sections from Richard Hernandez, poor homie Rich on Instagram, Seth Allen, Dylan Gagnon, and Preston Okert, and a bonus part from Marcel Anderson, and much more. All of those guys are shredders, and I am sure that this video is amazing. An hour and 7 minutes long. Watch it and leave a comment of how it is. I love to see that. It's so sick. And these guys are going to remember this video forever. It's awesome. Next, we get to the product and interview section from this week. The Kink BMX Williams series has come out. So they have the frame, which has got Etnies Kink BMX decals on it and a colorway of gray, white, and orange. To go with all of it, there's some more pictures. It's Nathan Williams' signature frame with an Etnies spin on it. Then there's some hoodies, some t-shirts, a hat, as well as some socks. Those socks are sick. Definitely digging those black socks. Hell yeah. Then we've got a bike check with the one and only Casey Starling. And it's funny because he rides for Kink as well. So this is just talking about his latest Kink and Premium build. There's some riding in here as well before we get to the bike check. Check it out if you want to know what Casey is riding. Yo, 37. You guys are sick. Next up, from the MooreBMX, Val Ward in an interview with her. So Val Ward is a name that I've seen around for literally ever, and it's awesome. It's awesome to see that the Bloom is paying attention, and you see people like this getting a little bit of love in a world where they just wouldn't have otherwise. That's the only way you can say is Val Ward would have never had an interview on another BMX media site without something significant happening. It's just the way things are. So I'm stoked that the Bloom BMX is out there putting in the legwork and interviewing people like Val and all these other people who might not have had a chance to shine. Mike, send me a message on Instagram. I saw your email. I've just been too busy. I'm sorry. S&M Factory Friday, long weekend. Last week's Factory Friday is up. Milky visits the building. There's just a ton of different stuff that was in this one. Like so many different products and things. And I guess that's the point of Factory Friday, is seeing everything get built. So if you want to see what went on last week in the building, check this out. This week, there won't be a conventional Factory Friday, but here at, I think it was 11 a.m. PST, so it'd be 2 p.m. Eastern. There will be a live stream on the S&M YouTube channel with Chris Moeller himself answering questions. So you should probably tune into that one and ask some questions. Next up, a day in the life at Standard Bike Company. This is about as in-depth as you could get with a day in the life. They spend, I forget how much time it was before they even got into the machine shop and showing frames and being made and things like that. They go through the getting coffee, waking up, and everything. A literal day in the life at Standard Bike Company. And it was pretty cool to see and hear Rick talking about quality aspects, similar to when I talked with Moeller about the heat treating process and why it's important to make things in the US. Rick hit on that really well as well. Just talking about being in full control of the material and every step of the process and keeping things as affordable as possible by not adding unnecessary waste and just doing things inefficiently. It's pretty cool. I like seeing this kind of stuff. Just seeing the behind the scenes is rad. Next, I did a podcast last night with Mikey, Milky, Andrew. He rides for Fit. The Young Buck frame from Fit just came out as signature frame of 3 different riders. They all have their own colorway. They all wanted very similar geometry, so the Young Buck frame is what they landed on. And Mikey here is one of the riders who has his own signature colorway on this frame. And we talked a lot about that, talked a lot about riding and spots and traveling and him moving to LA or Long Beach and just having that like make his where he's at happen. Is good conversation. I'd never talked to him before this other than just asking if he wanted to do a podcast. So it's a good conversation. Next up, Canode Knows with Clay Johnson. This week's Canode Knows. And think that's going to be it for this week's BMX news. I'm going to the Buckeye BMX show tomorrow in Dayton. Going to hang out with Stoney, Large Ray, and all those guys down there. I'm stoked to get to meet all of those guys. It's a different group of people that I've never got to meet before, and I'm stoked about it. Then there's also a street jam going down in Columbus, Ohio this weekend. Next weekend, there's a street jam in Detroit. There's also a skate park jam at Alliance Skate Park here in Ohio. Then the weekend after that is the Rad Share Jam, the Rumble at Richmond. So I'm going to be going down for that. And then the Sunday after that is a grand opening for a skate park here in Ohio that I had a pretty, I don't know, I had a hand in helping design this skate park and be a part of the process. And the skate park is being built literally right now. Like, they're currently building it, so we'll hopefully get to ride it before the grand opening. But if you can make it out for this grand opening, I have so much stuff to give out as prizes. I mean, let me just take 2 seconds here. Grab some boxes. Okay, literally pants from Jaywalker. An entire box from Alienation with a bunch of seats in it. Then this huge box from Shadow Riding Gear, Subrosa, Shadow, and Brant. Heavy. And then it's not within reach, but then there's a whole nother box, even probably twice as big as this one, that came from the building, S&M and Fit, which is full of giveaways for the event. I think there's more stuff coming from Fictive. Nowhere BMX is still sending stuff out, as well as Doug Brown, the local skate pro here. He got some stuff from a few of his sponsors that'll be there. There may be some more stuff coming in. I have a friend who I think might be giving something away. I don't want to say it and obligate things because he's waiting for the right person for this. But there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing at this event. There's giveaways, free food from 4 to 5. It's going to be a good time. So hit me up if you want directions. And yeah, we'll see. Oh no, we are getting paid in seats now. No, just people who are doing cool stuff at the jam are getting paid in seats. Hopefully we'll see a few of you there. This is going to be a brand new skate park here in Ohio, and I'm very stoked about it because it flows really well, the design. It's going to be cool. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow for another video. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.